background about this gentleman. He was formerly a government scholar, and then was sent to the London School of Economics as part of his education, and he came back and rose to become one of the youngest deputy director in the Ministry of Trade and Industry. At that time, he was reporting to Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, which is our current Prime Minister. And then thereafter, he was being headhunted to go into stockbroking, and he made his million as an institutional stockbroker. His last position before joining Nu Skin full-time was a sales director in a large security firm. So this gentleman is a high-profile, very successful career man, and yet he chose to leave his high-flying career to pursue this business full-time. And any regrets from him? Absolutely not. Because today, he's a Millionaire Circle member, meaning he has accumulated more than $1 million in earnings through this business opportunity. So tonight, we're very fortunate to be able to listen to him and hear from his point of view why this business makes so much sense, especially in today's very tough economic situation. Okay? So in order for him to give you his best, you must also give him your best. So we'll put together the loudest round of applause for Mr. Tan Jun Won. Thank you.
The slides will come out better. I try. Thank you very much. Thank you. Maybe tonight's program on TV is not so good. Is that why you are here? Free entertainment, right? Okay, so very brief. Is that better? If we take these lights off?
Yes.
These lights?
No, off.
This light cannot? This is better. Is this? No, I mean, if the room is darker, then the
Okay. Yeah, this is better.
Okay? Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Now, let me just introduce myself. I'm a stockbroker. I'm not a remisier. I handle all the large funds, the institutional pension funds. So people always wonder what a stockbroker does. Actually, a stockbroker, the definition of a stockbroker is someone who invests your money until it's all gone. You don't find that scary? It's true. If you keep calling your remisier, you'll keep losing money. And a lot of stockbrokers actually invest your money until it's all gone. But don't worry, I'm not that kind of stockbroker. I actually make a lot of money for my clients. Okay? But I want to tell you that in all my years of looking at investments, over 30 years now, this is the best business idea I've ever come across. Okay? Especially for ordinary people like us. Even if today your father was Li Ka-shing or Jack Ma, and he give you 10 million or 100 million, no guarantee you can make money. But this one, I will prove to you that it is really the best idea I've come across ever. Now, how did I come into the business? To cut a long story short, about 15, 16 years ago, I was called by a complete stranger to come to a meeting much smaller than this. We only had maybe 2 rows of people in a service apartment. And this lady was called Amy Yip. She was introduced by someone I know. And all I was told was this is a great business to look at. And that someone who told me was an American guy, Yale graduate, Harvard MBA. At that time, he was running one of the biggest funds in Southeast Asia. So I thought, let's just go. And at the end of the evening, when the speaker said, who wants to do this business? I put up my hand and I say, my wife will do the business. Okay? Why? Is it because it's the ladies' business? No, actually I like the fact that the ladies are the main buyers of the product. Do you realize that most of the good businesses in the world have ladies as the main consumer? Very obvious, right? You just have to walk into any shoe store, Chanel, this is good business. And also, children's business is very good business. So it's not that. It's because at that time, both my wife and I are stockbrokers, and we had 2 young girls, 10 and 6. My wife said, what's the point of making all the money in the world if your mates, if your helper is the one bringing up your kids? That's not what I want, okay? So I thought this was a very good business for her. But very quickly, I realized that this was a great business for me and my wife to do together, okay? Now, more of that later. So in short, I did it part-time for a year. All this time while juggling a very busy schedule of running a sales team, I was able to do it. In fact, it was so good after 1 year part-time, I threw in my resignation. I wanted to resign, but my boss wouldn't want me to resign. He said, just go and take no pay leave. So I took no pay leave for 15 years. And since then, Kim Eng Security has been sold to someone else. It's not called Maybank Kim Eng, by the way. Okay. So anyway, what made Nu Skin? What has transformed Nu Skin? It's been around in the world 32 years, publicly listed on the New York Stock Exchange in 54 countries. Some of you coming here may say, yeah, I know about Nu Skin. Someone introduced me 12 years, 15 years, 10 years ago. But about 7, 8 years ago, something happened, something changed. Now today, you know about Apple, the company called Apple. Did something happen to Apple some 10 years, 15 years ago? Something happened? Apple was a very good company, selling what? Selling Mac, the desktop. But today, the Mac part of it is actually quite small. You know which part of it is the biggest, right? You may have heard in those old days about a company called Starbucks. Now you all know about Starbucks, right? Okay. So what changed for Nu Skin about 7, 8 years ago? We had 2 star product categories that came up that really captivated a lot of people, that attracted a lot of people, just like Apple's iPhone attracted a lot of people. Let's see what these 2 categories are that change everything forever. The first category is on weight management. Now, is obesity a big problem? It's a big problem. Do you know that Singapore, I think is #1 or #2 in the world for diabetes? You know? And I just read somewhere, in the developed world, we are the champion in amputations because of diabetes, largely because of diabetes. I think this is something we should be very ashamed of. You know? Can you imagine a developed world, one of the richest countries in the world, one of the highest in diabetes, highest in amputation? So this is a very big problem. So if you have a weight management solution, you should have a very big market, right? Okay, let's look at some of these people. This is Hui Swan here. She is already in her 50s. Son is already in university. Ex-super skill officer in the civil service. Before, after. Then after she finished, even better. Okay? And in this program, it's not just about loss of weight per se. It's about changing your lifestyle to a very healthy one, and you will see most of the loss is in your fat, especially the visceral fat, as well as build-up of muscle. Some of you who have gone on the Omron machine would have known this thing about visceral fat, would have known this thing about body age. Ask the person to explain to you. If you haven't done it, just go and do the Omron. You'll be surprised at the result. Now, this lady is a Malay school teacher. She had literally given up on doing weight loss because she's tried everything else. And this was the picture when she came to us. In the process, she lost in total about 40 kilos. She did it for her family. Now, do you think this person and this person has a completely different health profile for the future? What is this person headed for? I think you know the answer. Matter of time. All issues will arise. Yeah? This guy here was a very senior man in one of our listed company, and he came to us because he had issues. That was him, and the doctor was about to put him on all kinds of medication. He said, give me a few months, and he stumbled on one of our chaps here. We did something for him, and in total he lost something like, I think it was 15-20 kilos. He's very happy with it now. And this guy here is called Jason. That's how he looked before. This is how he looked at the point when he got married. This is how he looks today. Okay, you can see health-wise, he lost a total of 11 kilos. You know. Now maybe I can just ask someone here to say. Someone here has lost quite a bit. Can I ask Chris? Can you just share?